Barbarians, what's up? Thank you for passing by. My name is Phil and I am from Mints and Drops. And today I'm having the pleasure to receive on the show my brother Wraith X from Hashgraph NFT Hub. Absolute legend. He is my friend. We also have partnered for joint effort, joint collaboration for information. That guy's a GOAT. He's brought up an entire package for information, elite calls, Discord openings, and now he's coming up with the calendar. Scaling everything that's happening inside our ecosystem. Enjoy. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Wraith X from Hub. Thank you so much for passing by the show, brother.
Oh, thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
How are you, man?
I'm very, very well, thank you. It's actually sunny here for once in the UK. Just been out for a jog.
You're a runner. Do you run often?
No, I'm not a runner. It was awful.
Okay.
I've been sat coding for weeks. I thought I better start doing some exercise and shift some weight.
Here's to new beginnings, man. That's great, man. Right before the run up. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. So, man, how you been, man? And then I've been wanting to have you on the show for a while now, especially since that we did our partnership together with Matt and whatever for information. And again, we're going to be able to talk about everything that you do down the Discord. And you're what I call, my Discord goat, because brother, I've been around, for quite some time, and especially around Discord. I never seen this level of organization. So, man, how's this whole thing been so far?
It's been fun. I mean, the actual Discord, when I first joined, because when I first started with Hashgraph, I watched it was Mike Maloney videos, and it was all silver and stuff, and he actually mentioned Hashgraph, and I thought I'd take a look at it. And from there, I ended up getting involved with it, this, that, and the other. But when it came to NFTs, there's a whole story about how I came to NFTs through Eth and everything. But when I came to the NFT side, I couldn't use Discord. I couldn't understand it. I was getting pinged all over the show. I didn't know where to look for messages, and I just got to the point where I thought I'm just going to design it so it works for me. And I ended up building the announcement bot, which obviously just pulled all the announcements from every Hedera server that I'm in and put it into one stream, like a Twitter stream, so I could just keep up to date with everything. And then when I built it, I thought, well, other people might find this useful, so I just opened it up, and it's gone from there, basically.
It came in so useful because information goes so insanely, not necessarily like fast, but since it's booming, there's so many ways for you to find information. And what was lacking was a tool for us to use to go in a hub, a destination, right? And you provided that.
Well, we obviously both had the same idea. You set up Mints and Drops, and I set up the Hashgraph Hub. Yeah,
absolutely. And tackling absolutely different angles to it, but part of a whole pie. I think that, for us too, we cover, again, a great part of the pie, but there's always room, right, for improvement and whatnot for other newcomers or even people that, already there. But I mean, the angle for people to gather information, again, for me is absolutely crucial because you can get it twisted out here. It's an absolute train wreck sometimes. It's a wormhole, right? It's absolutely crazy.
It is, yeah. So much going on.
Yeah, it is.
It's a quiet period at the minute, but I no doubt when it starts getting going again, it's just going to explode and again it's so hard to keep track with what you got to be doing at what time, where and when. And sharing information is the only way to really make it. The number of times someone's mentioned something, I realized I had the time or the date wrong, or I was going to miss the mint, and everyone helping each other is the way to go. That's what's great about the Hedera space, is everyone looks out for each other.
Yeah. That's the key.
It's not quite as community spirited as it used to be, but like in the old days, but it is still better than most chains.
Yeah, for sure. And it'll come back, right? Because I think that right now people are kind of bored. We've had some kind of curves where, there was much more liquidity like by year's end last year. And after that, it got sucked out by many projects, of course. And we had many rogs at the same time. But the market seems to be picking up now, and I'm no technical analyst. But you know, morale yeah, but morale will be better, right? Because you know, we see some movements right now. It's absolutely meme coin season, meaning that some kind of traction is on the upward trend. So my take is that this whole community feeling we had, like say a year ago, will come back.
I think so. I think as soon as there's a downturn, the daggers come out, everyone starts worrying about money, this, that, and the other. And the projects that just buckle down and keep going, you can tell who they are usually.
1,000%.
I mean, some projects, fair enough, they just can't make it through, and no fault of their own, they have to fall over. I prefer the projects that actually explain what's happened and do their best to give you a little bit of funds back and go into the night on a positive note, rather than the ones that just cut and run and disappear. But
yeah,
isn't it?
Rafe, I believe I have a Kindle heart. Like, I'm really altruistic, but I have zero pity for anyone dropping the ball, dropping the flag, and say, "Hey, I tried. I'm gonna F off, and I can't do it anymore." What's what? Yeah. I have zero pity for that. Do something.
Send the money back then. Off you go.
Be transparent. Do anything, and just keep a communicative branch, at least, with the core community, especially if people invest in your project. And much more than bars, right? Like time, effort, GMs, like care, like it's like, wow, bro, you're just gonna leave it like that when it's tough?
Yeah,
that's what matters right now.
Yeah, but then you do see stuff like Randall at Chill Club. Do you remember him?
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
He just got some unfortunate FUD at the start of his project, and he tried you could see he battled and battled and battled.
He did,
and just couldn't get there in the end. And it's amazing how just a little bit of FUD can completely destroy a project before it even gets going.
1,000%. Yeah, he came in right after the wave. Liquidity was getting on the low, and really a lot of projects were coming in. That was like month of September or so. And people were trying to realize that, we need a project like you, like me, whatever, to scout people up, because the hour per day or 2 hours, whatever you had per day, was not enough for you to scout everything. So spotters come in because many more projects came in. You could not research on every single one of them. And there were some rugs and whatever. But yeah, I mean, he was a cool kid. But again, man, I mean, times are rough for everyone out there, man. But it doesn't stop you for bringing amazing tools, man, like you did. And I wanted to bring that back up. Like, you still keep on building every single day. I see you down in the Discord. And you brought up one of the single greatest tool, I will say here on the show, man. I mean, because I'm not patient with, entering data, whatever, in the calendar. But this to me is ease of use. The calendar, it's elite, man. How?
Well, it took me a while to build it. It took me about a month and a half to build it. But it's twisting Discord to make it do what you want. That's the tricky bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, for those that haven't used it, the aim is to get a channel on as many Discords as possible, which is a calendar, and every server that's got signed up and got the bot installed can run a command, create an event, and post it to the calendar. It gets posted to every calendar across every server that's got it on it. It's totally free. So I've done it to try and bring back some community cohesion to the space, get people organized, because a lot of the time there's a lot going on, as I say, and nobody knows what's happening half the time.
Yeah.
So if we can get all the servers to join in and get involved and all help each other, then the space will get really organized. I mean, I think it's fairly easy to use, but
it is. It is. It's literally 15 seconds. I'm saying it to shill it. I'm saying it to preach it. It's you threw me a link. I said authorized. It worked, and then it worked again. So it's efficient. There's every single piece of info I need there, and it's useful even for us, man. I mean, sometimes you lose track, and you're like, wow, man. Okay, calendar, boom.
Well, that's the only way I can stay organized. But I say, I mean, secretly, one of the main reasons I built it is because I got fed up of maintaining the calendar at the hub. So I built it to send it out so all server owners can put their own events on it, and I don't have to maintain it anymore, and I can get back to developing more stuff.
Man,
but I mean,
that's really
hopefully people will join. I mean, I've had some pushback just today, as you know, servers will remain anonymous, but I can't quite fathom why anyone wouldn't want to do it. I got a
Hmm.
complaint that it was alert too many notifications because people were getting notified every time the calendar refreshed. And I just, for me, it goes above my head. That it's like, well, okay, you can't have a Rumble channel this and the other. All you do is switch the notifications off in that channel. But they decided not to install the calendars, which is fair enough. It's their choice. But it'll be interesting to see because I mean, the whole premise of this is everyone's going to help everyone out and bring everyone
Hmm.
together again. And
Yeah.
those servers that don't want it, well, they're obviously they'd want to be on their own and they can go their own way. And hopefully we'll get a good core of, I hope over 50% of the servers will get involved and the whole space will grow. I mean, it'll be something that Hedera has that I hope that I assume no other chain or anything has anything like
Hmm.
it because
Hmm.
well, I
I
built
don't
it from
think.
scratch, so they don't have it.
Yeah. I don't think there's a tool like that anywhere. I mean, I've been around, quite some ecosystem. I don't think I've come across this. And again, for the user feedback you're talking about from this morning, I mean, this is user feedback, right? It doesn't make it wrong. It doesn't make it through. It's just like, hey, man, this is
Yeah.
someone's opinion, and it'll help us, you, through the development to further go for it. But again, this could also be the fact that this is Discord's limitations too, right? Because it's it does have its limitation for Discord, man.
It
So yeah.
certainly does. But I mean, that was one of the major challenges of building the calendar bot was keeping it within Discord. So there's no third party sites, there's no risks to anybody, there's no anyone going off site, no dodgy links or anything like that. And I mean, I could have probably built it on a website
Mm-hmm.
in a tenth of the time, but to try and build a dashboard within Discord, within a bot, is just, they don't make it easy. Well, it was never designed to be used this way. So
For
I've
sure.
twisted it to how we need
How
it.
how did you do it? What's your you got a formation in coding or whatever? What's the man? That's crazy.
Uh,
Is that coding that you do for that? For sure. How does it work?
well, yeah. I mean, when I say back when I first joined Discord, I didn't even know how to use Discord. So I wanted to. I think I put the story. The story is actually, you can still see the original post I made to the server saying this is just a hobby. Please don't get upset if certain events aren't added in this, that, and the other, and
Yeah,
there
yeah.
might be mistakes because it was literally just a hobby thing, and it still is a hobby thing. I'm not being paid for it. Um,
Yeah, that's the life we live in. Cheers to that. For now, you
but
never,
yeah,
yeah, you never know.
but then I just
You never
decided.
know.
So yeah, and to do what I wanted to do, I just decided to learn Python, and then I learned Discord Py of how to code within Discord, and yeah, it's all just come from there. And then I've made all kinds of other bots, like Angry Bot, which is literally just there just to make me laugh. There's absolutely no reason to have Angry Bot other than to amuse me. Tell you
Is
what, that's frightening. Have you seen some of the responses that ChatGPT? I mean, that's what it is. It's ChatGPT that Angry Bot runs on, and it
Oh yeah.
just frightens me. It's incredible how it can come up with stuff.
It is, man. And since you're running us through AI, we've talked about it before we press record, but I mean, even though me, I'm not a tech head at all. I very often find myself just going on to GPT-4 and just going. and
Yeah,
and and my one of my objectives today is to at least fathom what I can do with auto GPT, right? So,
yeah.
but again, it's such a fascinating world. How do you see it all unfold?
I've no idea. I mean,
Yeah,
I've gone quite in depth into AI and neural networks and learned how it all works because it fascinated me.
yeah,
Um, and I understand how it literally is just a billion calculations producing an output. I mean, we've just been listening to that Elon Musk interview about how the singularity might take over and this, that,
hmm,
and the other. At the minute, I can't see how knowing how it works, but you don't know. They're saying that some of these AIs are now teaching themselves different stuff. Like I think one AI was started getting questioned in Bangalore. Can't remember what the language was, and the AI actually, after a few conversations, managed to work out what they were saying and learn the language to be able to respond to it, which is that gets a little bit frightening. If it
it
gets in
is.
a never-ending feedback loop of training itself, then we might end up with Terminator stuff.
Hmm. It is. It truly is. Did
Yeah,
you see the interview he did with Tucker Carlson?
I've seen snippets of it basically. Yeah,
Yeah,
only
yeah,
the bits
same
that
way. Yeah, me too. Yeah,
intrigue
yeah.
me.
I mean, the main takeaway from what I've seen, I didn't see the whole thing, but still, it's uh, regulations never come before something bad happens.
Yeah, exactly.
So for me, that's exactly it. Like, let's wait
Yeah.
and see. No, let's just do something prior, but that's not how it's going to go down, right? That's not how we do humans, right? So, but yeah, I wanted to have your input on that because yeah, Python, I've seen it. I've seen it lots of round. I've seen a couple of programs, so I'm still trying to figure out if I want to dive deep in there because I know it's coding and whatever, but I think it could be useful for sure.
It is. I mean, I've actually literally just bought a JavaScript course now because I'm
Yeah,
now moving into connecting Discord into the hash graph properly, which the SDK in Hedera is in JavaScript. And my mini mentor DJ, when I chat to him, he's always telling me learn JavaScript. So I finally bit the bullet and decided to start learning. So see how long that takes.
I think there's never been a better time for us to learn anything, a skill, and especially a skill in Web3 or whatever how you want to call it, Web3 connecting kind of bridges. Because even though AI is there, it will help us down the road, at least short time, to be better at what we do. So of course, jobs, again, like we said before recording, jobs will be lost for sure because AI will be taking a part of this, but jobs will also be created.
Yep, that's the trick, is learning to be in the jobs that are created category.
Yeah, precisely. And so yeah, what's next for the hub? You've just dropped, the haymaker, calendar. We've been talking about it like I think for a great 6 months or so, bro. You've been teasing us,
Yeah,
and now you drop this like this week. So what's next for the
yeah.
hub now?
I mean, it's the calendar. I'll say I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and then eventually, well, I think it's taken me about a month and a half, 2 months to actually build it because it's not just as you know yourself, it's not just a simple point, write some text and it posts it on a site.
For
There's all
sure.
kinds of stuff involved with time zones, and so everyone that looks at the calendar will see their
Yeah,
own
yeah,
times
yeah,
going
yeah.
on, and doing all that and all the checks and balances and each server having its own data. That's why it's taken so long in my spare time to build it. So I've got to throw something out pretty simple, but it's actually quite an in-depth bit of programming. There's thousands of lines of code in it. But
Mm-hmm.
next for the hook, I've got an idea for a utility, but I need to learn JavaScript to be able to actually build that. I'm thinking about possibly doing a side project while things are quiet. But when
Yeah,
things actually start picking up again, which they will,
yeah.
I'm for the hub to be a kind of nexus with the elite channels. I mean, I started the elite channels, and
That's super cool, man. Yeah. That channel is extra great, man. Yeah.
not many people are in it.
Yeah, well,
Don't.
that's the point. That's
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's super cool. Not to be gatekeeping or whatever.
Yeah. But
Information over
eventually,
there is cool, and yeah,
yeah, eventually the idea of that is going to be that it's going to be for people that want to stay in the loop of everything. Anyone that's got uh, Intel, for example, will be able to post it to the channel, and anyone on the channel can vote whether that's got Intel, and if it is, they get invited into the channel. And people that don't collect Intel will pay a subscription fee to be able to
hmm
read the Intel kind of thing. So
yeah.
the people in that channel will be ahead of the curve on everything. Will
Yep.
hopefully be getting in all the discords early, and the people paying subscriptions, some of those funds will go to the people that are keeping everyone up to date. So you can either pay to keep up to date, or you can help keep everyone up to date and get paid.
hmm
And I just hope it'll keep that core, that group of people in that channel ahead of everybody else in theory about everything that's going on, new servers, getting OG status, etc., etc. And obviously, because things like OG statuses on new servers are usually limited to about 100, the channel's going to have to be limited. So
Fast.
how to do that,
Yeah.
I don't know, but we'll worry about that when things pick up again. For now, it's keep on building and learning.
Yeah. It's the best
There's
time
people
for me too,
pressuring me
man.
in the group to start setting up an NFT scenario for membership and this, that, and the other. And at the minute, I just don't think it's worth doing. I don't think the need is there at the minute. There's not enough
hmm
projects starting to really stay on top of things. So for now, it's going to stay as it is pretty much. If anybody wants to get in the elite channel, actually, who's watching this video, give us a shout and I might let you in for a reward for actually watching Phil's channel. Bit of alpha for you.
For sure, man. I mean, yeah, I mean,
definitely room for more people in the channel at the minute, I've got to say. So I might actually kick a few that haven't chatted for quite a long time as well.
What's yeah, the elite channel is really, yeah. Any projects you've been scouting in the meantime, on secondary or minting, whatever? It can be even out there, not forced to be on the H.
Oh, I'm a Hedera maxi, me. I don't look at anything else.
Oof, you're maxi. Hedera maxi.
I'm not interested in this Bitcoin stuff and this, that, and the other. I just think I'm certain Hedera will take over eventually.
Yeah, for sure. 1,000%.
But yeah, I mean, projects on Hedera, there's a few actually that are quite interesting. It's like Atlantis at the minute with the fugitives and the petal token. I think that's going completely under the radar from most people. I think that might take off. There's Legends of the Past. I like the way they're at the minute.
Yeah. I got there like 3 days ago. I mean, it's booming all the time there. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's this Crew 3 thing that's really helping out. It's a really, really good idea, though. I just worry it gives false interaction numbers, but hey, they're using it really well, and I've been watching the videos, and there's a lot of thought gone into it. So
yeah,
I'm still waiting on Sentient releasing the furnace, so I can get some rev share. But so the two main ones I think at the minute coming up, and this is not financial advice. Do your own research, but I think IX Mortals.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued by that, but then I built Enoch, so I have a feeling that there's a lot more coming to that than has been mentioned by Ipex. You must have listened to Ipex talk on the space. He's inspirational. He's so
he's passionate AF.
He's really serious. He's going nowhere, and I think I want to get more involved in that. And the other one that again seems to be bubbling under the surface is the Hederian dragons. I think no one's talking about them, and I just keep hearing
with Dragma
Labs, yeah, and more projects signing up. I just think that's going to explode soon. So it might be actually go and buy some dragons.
They're coming up with a great 3D game, man, and the entire platform is absolutely fire. We've run some tests. We're actually about to run some major tests this at the end of the month. So yeah, man,
Are you involved in the dragons? Are you?
Well, if I what?
Are you involved in the?
Yeah, I am actually. I'm business dev officer over there. Yeah. I'm in charge of getting people and telling how amazing it is. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's.
I'm even more interested now. Then
it's. I mean, the team over there is. I mean, again, I love getting into a group of people where I know I'm the student, where I know I'm like, hi guys, what am I doing here? Okay, cool. You think I'm great? No problem. I'm gonna learn stuff today. So yeah. I joined the project. This is about me now, so we're gonna make it short. But I joined it 2 months ago. Yeah.
All right.
Really cool. So I can. Yeah. Yes.
Congrats. Oh. You probably know way more than I do. Then there's a 3D game and stuff.
Yeah. It's crisp, man. I mean, it's it's a racer. It slaps. I'm gonna send you some pictures after that.
Oh, please do. That's good.
Great. Thank you, man, for passing by. Thank you, man. That was a pleasure, man, for having you in the show, man. Thank you.
Yeah. No, thanks for having me, mate.
It was really great. Pass by anytime you want. And again, mad respect for everything you do inside the ecosystem, and I think builders like you should get credits all the time, anytime. Builders, crafters, damn, man. I mean, a hub, absolute amazing word. Thank you so much. No, it's true. I don't cap. It's true, man. So have a great day, great evening. I'll see you around many Discords.
See you soon. Take care.
Take care. Thank you.
Wraith, thank you so much for your presence today on the show, brother. That was a great one. I think that you are a true crafter. Do not give up on this path. It's absolutely elite, man. Especially right now, right? Since we're in this cruel and brutal winter, which is the perfect time to build, the perfect time to craft, and you came up with the absolute tool to scout everything. Your elite calls, in there are always fun. It's an elite chat. There's everything going on there. It's absolutely fun. Big shout out to everyone still slaying. Keep doing amazing stuff. Keep doing amazing things, man. And I will see you on the next show, H Barbarians.